Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm so excited you're here today. I'm just so thankful for the Lord allowing me this opportunity to share with you guys today and this opportunity to homeschool my children. I'm going to be sharing our favorite homeschool art supplies in this video today. I have grown up loving art my whole life, and I feel like I've passed that down to my children now, which is really exciting. And having good art supplies on hand ready to go for your children to explore and be able to create is really important. And so I have gathered some of our favorite supplies today from ages 13 all the way down to 2. And yes, even my 2-year-olds, even my 1-year-olds, my babies, they all explore with art. So I'm glad you're here in this space. Please give us a like, thumbs up, and subscribe if you want to support us and you want to see more of these types of videos. And let's just dive right into it. So my first category I'm going to share with you guys is drawing. My older kids have really taken a love for drawing within the last few months. And so I try to have things on hand to support that love that they are growing and some of the things that they have shown interest in. And so it kind of for them starts with just simply sketching things, and then they will go back in and shade it with different watercolors and different types of markers. And so I'm just going to share with you some of the things, and I've asked them, I'm like, what is your favorite? What are your favorite things that you have? And this is what they've told me. So we have a variety of colored pencils, and I will kind of go through them. These are the Prismacolor Premier. Apparently there is a difference with, they make just Prismacolor, and then there's also the Premier version. But these have been wonderful for shading. They just come in bright, elaborate colors. This is a smaller pack, and it comes with the 2 sets like this. I believe for Christmas, they are asking for the larger set that has 100 different colors in it. These are a little more of a pricey brand, but to be honest, in seeing their drawing and their work, it has been worth it to pay up for these. So the Prismacolor is where it's at. Everybody's asking for more for Christmas because they want more colors and shades, and I can actually show you. I have a little, let's see. So you can kind of see this is all just colored pencil, and you can see the shading from it, from the different things. And so it really does make a difference to have a good quality colored pencil on hand. They also, this is paint actually, wrong one. These are watercolor colored pencils. So what you do with these, and this is by Master Touch, I believe, yeah, is you draw on your paper, and then you can go back to it and add water on top of it, and it turns into like a watercolor paint, or you can just leave it and shade it in. These do not shade and blend as well as the other ones. They're specifically just doing drawing, but if I have them doing a notebook project or something, I will have them a lot of times color with these instead of just like a normal colored pencil, and then that way they can go back and add water to their paper and it turns into a paint form. So those 2 I highly recommend. For my preschoolers, I just have the cheapo Crayola colored pencils, and then also the twistable little Crayola markers. Not markers, colored pencils are a great option because they don't break at all. And they seem to really be able to use those, mash down hard, and nothing breaks off. So those are the options for colored pencils, watercolor pencils that I have from ages 13 all the way down to 2. Okay, moving right along to the paint. This is what I get most asked about. What type of paint are they using? Every picture I share on Instagram, what is that? What is the paint? So I'm going to go in detail about the paints that we use and that we have used for several years that are favorites in our house. And I will even tell you the ages of which ones like which things the best. So this was actually new to us last year, and I hope I'm saying this right. They are gouache paints, and they look like this. And you have to add water to them. It's a thicker consistency of paint, and it does turn into like a watercolor form, or you can have it where it's thicker consistency for doing like outlines and certain things like that. My 13-year-old particularly prefers the gouache paint over any other paint. We do a online art class and she uses this a lot. There's several tutorials on YouTube. Great gift idea. It comes like this with brushes. It also comes with a little paint palette, which is very important when mixing gouache because you have to put it on here and then add the water to get it to turn into paint consistency. So that is a favorite for the 13-year-old. Then moving down, I would say that these have been our next most loved, and it is the Giorgione brand, and it's 48 watercolor cakes. And we have had these for several years. As you can see, they're well loved. All of my kids were gifted a new set of these last Christmas and they love them. This is what you see a lot in our notebooking that they use. We got this. This is a different type of set. It is more of like an artist. It's probably like a better quality, I would say, than the last palette that I showed you guys. And it is 72 different colors of the water cakes. And as you can see, we use the top of our lids to mix them. But just a good variety of all different colors. I would say the older three probably prefer these the most when they're doing different watercolor paints. For my younger kiddos, these would make a great stocking stuffer. They make these in all different sizes. These are great for nature bags, for going to the beach. They're just a little travel size, and you can just throw them in your beach bag and your nature bag, and they slide right into the space that a stocking would go in. And I think they even come in smaller ones, which I am actually looking at for somebody this year. We also have, let me see my little handy dandy cart, just the famous little Crayola. You can't go wrong. I put these in all of my bags, all of my beach bags, all of my hiking bags. For the younger ones, they're like $1.50. The Crayola brand, and they're very bright, vibrant colors. They also make some with glitter that my 3-year-old, she loves the glitter form. I know that everybody has seen this little set. You can get them on Amazon. I believe they're a little more there. I will tell you a secret. I have found these. The cheapest place I have found this particular set is Dollar General, and I believe I paid like $4 for them there. A lot of time on Prime, these will run on sale, and these are, I don't have the lid for it, but they're just your classic watercolors. The next most asked question I get when I share, not just about the gouache, but every time I share my kids coloring with these, what in the world are those? I want those. Send me the link. Okay, so these we have had, this set, we have had for almost 4 years. They are pricier, but they are definitely worth your money. They are called they're tempura cake palettes. And they're very, very, durable, hold up. The color's vibrant. You can see they just come right out. There's a little divot in the middle, and you can wet them and wipe them and make the color like brand new again. They last a long time. I have them in this set as well. They make them in a larger palette. And they are really, really great for the younger years because they can really get their paintbrush in there, mix it up, and they're easy to clean, whereas some of like these, once the paint colors get mixed, they're just mixed and you're not going to be able to get them back to their original color, but these you definitely can. So I'm thinking, do we have any more paint? Yes, we do. Okay, also for the little ones, kiwi sticks, amazing. If you've never used these, add these to your cart. Amazing stocking stuffer. They're skinny. Both of my littles are getting new ones this year. But this is what they look like. A little paint stick, and you can roll it up or down, and it's just drawing, but it's not wet. So it does not get all over the place. It dries immediately on the paper, and it is great. a great resource. Anytime I set these out on the table, this is like a first grab, even for my 7-year-old. He still loves these. They're great for like cardboard projects. Like recently he made and created his own robot, and these are great for painting on cardboard because they don't take forever to dry, and you can move on to the next part of your project instead of having to sit around and wait on just paint to dry. I know everybody's seen these, but these are always a favorite. The Do-A-Dot markers. They're just easy to use, easy to come out. They make little dots. There's all kind of free printables online for the Do-A-Dot markers. These would also make a great little stocking stuffer for someone. And then the last thing that I have in the painting realm is just your simple washable liquid tempera paint. These are from Lakeshore Learning. My little ones love these. I don't know why, but they love them. We have, I should bring it out, but I will just explain it to you. We have a huge Melissa and Doug pad that has like the extra large paper that's for the art easels, and they absolutely love just, you know, taking their paint, feeling like they're big kids and doing it. And this particular brand is super easy to wipe off versus some that I've gotten at Hobby Lobby that tend to just kind of linger on your skin, and it's harder for, you know, it to come off of the little ones. On the topic of paint, I will say these are an incredible item to add to your nature bag. They are paint brushes that screw apart. Watch, this one's not gonna come off. Okay, this one's stuck. They come apart, but you can put water in it. And so then when you're painting, you just squeeze the paintbrush and the water comes out, so you're able to mix it on the go. So if you have watercolor and you're on the go, this is how we do it. And we just throw some paper towels in our bags with these and carry them. And they're just super, super simple, easy to use, easier than having like a cup that you're having to pour water into a bucket and roll with that, right? Okay. Kind of on the same line of drawing would be, this is new to us like as of the last maybe 2 months. These are called Posca markers. Okay, so I have been informed, I hope I say this right, these are more, the difference between these and paint pens are that paint has, I don't even know. Okay, so new to us this year are, within the last few months, are Posca markers. They come in a wide variety of color, and they are similar to a paint pen, but they're different. My older kids, my boys, have gotten into skateboarding a little bit, and they have painted skateboards with these. This is a lot of what I've shared. Let me see if there's an example in this little notebook. Yeah. A lot of what I've shared in some of my stories over on Instagram have the little doodles in them, and so they will draw and then they will go back in with their Posca markers and color and shade that. They use these to make it come to life, as well as a fan favorite always has been the alcohol markers. On the topic of alcohol markers, yes, I know they're expensive, way more expensive than your normal markers. As a mom whose child received some for Christmas last year, I can say that 90% of the markers still have liquid in them. So it's worth it. So they're not running out of ink. Most of them have dual tips. So they have a skinny tip on one side and longer tip on the other side. There's a specific brand, and I cannot remember what it is, that my 13-year-old is asking for this year. I will add it in the description below. But it is like a 300-piece set. It is an investment, okay? But it is an investment that allows him to be creative without being on a screen. So I'm all for it. So alcohol markers are a win. Posca markers are also a little more pricey, but so far in my experience with them, they are worth it. They're very neat to see it come to life that way. These are also new to us. So we have the Scrib acrylic markers, and then we also have acrylic paint markers, the Studio series, that are a little bit smaller of a tip. So you can see there. Again, they have gotten really big into like the doodling and I don't really know, whatever you call these type of creations. But it's amazing to see it come to life, and I'm just so proud of them. They're just so creative, and it takes a wide variety of supplies to make that happen. So yeah, the acrylic markers have also been a hit. Along with that are just your simple Sharpies. They, for Christmas, are asking for a different brand that has a finer tip point. I will also link those before, but that is what my 13-year-old, actually my 13-year-old, my 11-year-old, and my 7-year-old are all asking for. The alcohol markers, a bigger set of the Posca markers, and new ones of these, so if that helps anybody. Okay, the next category would have to be resources that have helped them. So I have a variety of books that they have picked up for, like the doodling. We use YouTube, the pro version, so the commercials are not in it. And they have done a lot of like the doodling websites on there that have taught them. OutSchool is new to us recently as well. It is a great program for them to be able to go online and pick different art classes. You can join a class live, or you could join a class that is already pre-recorded. And that's typically what I do, because then during quiet time, if they've done all of their school, then they are able to earn that art class. And I'm fine with that small amount of screen time, because it is teaching them a new skill and it's allowing them to build on top of each other. So they are big into these cute little books that teach you how to draw all these fun little things, these little critters and animals, and all the ones with the little smiley faces. So this is one that is a real popular one in our house. This is one that we checked out from our library, and it's just all the different, cute little animals. And this is where they get a lot of those ideas for their quote unquote doodles, as they call them. So I hope that helps. This is also new, as in new as of today, and we sat down around the breakfast table this morning, myself included, and loved this. Some of them have already asked for, I think there's 3 different ones of these, and they've already asked for different sets for Christmas. But this is Watercolor with Me in the Forest by Dana Fox. And so it comes like this on one side, and it has like the outline already for you. And then on the other side, it shows you which colors to use and gives you specific instructions on how to mix those colors and how to paint. And there are several different techniques in this book. There's wet on dry, wet on wet, painting fur, and then the ink and wash. And so this has been great. I will just show you a couple of ours from this morning. So this is good for beginners or people that are learning just how to mix watercolors and shade. This was like the ink and wet. And so this has been a great option, just so they're not sitting down without an outline, because a lot of times it's very similar to reading art is, building that confidence. So if you're really wanting to build a child's confidence who is not very confident in their artistic abilities, I would highly suggest those books. I could see where they would be very beneficial for anyone. Okay, the next hot item in our house as of recently are sketchbooks, mixed media books. It is like what everybody's after. I don't know why, but it is. So we have this size here, and this is just the hardcover, and then it has the pages in between, like I've shown you all throughout this video. And then there's the next size up that they have really enjoyed and gone after. This is so neat to look back on and just see their creativity. This is actually what they've been doing at night before bed to kind of wind down. The 3 older ones go in their rooms together, and there's a long desk in there with 3 chairs, and this is what they're doing, and I'm totally fine with that. And then this was a request from my oldest, this particular brand and the marker version, again, so that they could do that with those Posca markers and be able to use it that way. Okay, and then lastly, our favorite, just random things that my kids, that I try to have out for them, are air dry clay. You would not believe the possibilities with this stuff. I have one in particular that just absolutely loves this. We have a set. I don't have them out because of my little ones, but they have carving sets that go with them. So look those up. There's a whole set of like carving tools that you can do with the clay to get those fine details in there when you're working on smaller detailed items. And then we have tape. I don't get it. I may never get it. It is a fan favorite from 13 to 2. And the possibilities are endless with this, and you set it out with some markers, some paper, and they go nuts and they love it. And the things that they create are endless with just tape, simple tape. Okay, the last couple of things that I'm going to share. This is a wood burning kit. My oldest got this last year for Christmas. He enjoyed it, but my middle child, my 7-year-old, actually likes it the most. But it's just a simple wood burning kit with instructions. There's some stencils, and there's all different size bits that they can put on to do that. I thought that was a very unique out of the box gift for a 12-year-old at the time that he really enjoyed. And what else do I have over here? Oh, our storage, our little storage caddy. I was going to show you. This is just super simple, super random, but from Lakeshore Learning, a little art caddy that I set on the table a lot. That has pencils, scissors, craft sticks are always fun to have on deck. We have wiggly eye stickers that they can put on anything and create anything. Really, it is just about having it on hand for them, ready to go, where you're not searching for it, they're not searching for it, and if they ask you to create, you can just be like, yes, here's everything that you need, go for it. I store everything either on these open shelves behind me or in this little rolling art cart, and that is where like our little supplies live for that. Let's see if I can give you a better look. And so it's just great to have everything on hand. I even keep their little bowls for their paint, for their water in there, and have it ready to go. And then lastly, I actually just saw, this is new to us too, but it's awesome. It's Paint Lab for Kids, and it just has all these different projects in it that they can do with paint, of course. And this is good for any age. I would recommend it for all ages because it's just something that they can do independently if you have the supplies on hand for them to do it. So that is all I've got for you today. I hope that you discovered some new art supplies. I hope that you can buy these for your kids or get someone to gift them for you for Christmas. They are something that is a screen-free activity that expands on that creativity and that artistic side of their mind, and it gives you something that you can hang on your wall and that you're excited to look at because it's your children's artwork, and they're excited because they're very proud to see it hanging. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and like and subscribe to our page down below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.